The third piece of our trifecta of MEP engineering is plumbing. Plumbing, as you know, deals with the water service into and out of the building. So let's take a look here on sheet P1. I'm going to zoom into the plumbing symbol list first. On the symbol list, we see in this section here a bunch of different types of piping. Hot water, cold water, vents. There's sanitary piping, which means waste piping from your toilets and sinks that's draining waste away. That's sanitary piping. We've got some storm piping. So all of these have different symbols so that you can read them on the plans. Most of the rest of the plumbing symbol list is abbreviations. So when you want to know, for example, FCO, what is that? You come up and read it's a floor clean out. I also wanted to call your attention to WC, water closet. It's the typical name for what you and I might know of as a toilet. And L is a lavatory, which we also call a sink. Next to the plumbing symbol list is your water service diagram. This is very similar to your electrical service diagram, showing how water is, in a diagrammatic way, showing how water is entering the site and being used. Now also on this sheet, we have the first floor plumbing plan. Let's take a look. So here's our favorite surgery number 1 and surgery number 2. They actually don't have any plumbing fixtures. Immediately outside of these rooms is a small sink, and here is its tag right here. And this dashed line is the water service to the sink, connects right there. And this double line here is the sanitary drain away from the sink. But let's take a look at a room that has a little more fixtures, maybe a toilet room here. Here we go. This is toilet room 137 and 138. So you can see the gray lines are the architectural drawing. They're underlaying the plumbing. And in here we have a water closet number 1. We have an L1, which is a lavatory number 1. We have an FD, which is number 1, which is a floor drain. And the FCO out on this wall, that's the clean out. So each of these fixtures is served by water. So this dashed line right here is serving water to these fixtures. And then the sanitary drain is draining away from the fixtures. So here it drains this way out. Okay, in this case, draining that way. On sheet P3 here, we have the plumbing fixture schedule, very much like the lighting fixture schedule, and plumbing specifications. Let's zoom in on the fixture schedule. So in this case, we're going to see, like the lighting schedule, every different type of fixture has a particular abbreviation, a particular tag or name. For example, we were looking at WC1 for water closet 1. Here is its description and its specification. That one is specifically the accessible the accessible water closet. We were looking at L1 right here. Here's L1. It's a lavatory, this particular type. Some items, there aren't multiple types. For example, the floor clean out that we saw, FCO, it doesn't have a number because there's only one type specified for the entire building. Well, let's end on sheet P4 here. This is our riser diagram. Remember way back in the beginning of the semester we talked about isometric drawings. This is one of the very few examples of isometric drawings you're going to see on a construction set. And they They use isometric here in order to show the height differences in the different systems. Let's zoom in. So earlier we were looking at the plumbing floor plan for toilet 137 and 138. So I've zoomed in on that same set of the riser diagram. And what we see here, the dashed lines are going to be the water supply, and they're typically installed, about waist height for convenience in the walls. So they are higher up. So the water supply is connected to the water supply is connected to the fixtures, for example, WC1, our old friend water closet number 1, and then the waste system is connected to those fixtures and drains away. So that's what we're seeing, and it's lower, it's usually set in the floor below. So in this riser diagram we see the supply water and we see the waste drains away from each fixture. Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering are wide fields, and I've just given you a bare taste of it today. I hope I demystified a little bit of the drawing set for you, and I really encourage you. I love your textbook chapter in this particular chapter because it gets into some of the nitty-gritty about how to read those schedules and all the different types of information that are on those sheets. So delve in and really help yourself understand these different fields. Thanks, everybody.